Testosterone boosters are testosterone supplements that very young boys take. For gymming or, for sexual health. As a hormone doctor, what do you have to say about it? Strongly not recommended. Wholly not recommended. Legal testosterone supplement.
There's nothing like a legal testosterone supplement. So, as a hormone doctor, we will only give testosterone to those people who have consistently low testosterone. There are cutoffs, these are medical limits. If it is below that, and hormone-related problems are occurring, then that is one area where as a hormone doctor I will say, you have a deficiency of this hormone. We are not giving it for any other purpose or for your bodybuilding or anything, but testosterone, even estrogen, is a need of the body. It is naturally produced in everyone's body. And it is needed for your bone health, muscle health, and overall activity and energy levels. So your body requires some amount of testosterone, and that is the physiological amount. So we don't give very high doses of testosterone. So obviously, we will monitor the levels. So we will monitor for side effects. The only situation where we as hormone doctors, as endocrinologists, will be prescribing testosterone is those cases. And even then, it's not like if one testosterone level is off, you start taking testosterone. We will try to understand why the testosterone is consistently low. Is it low initially due to a problem in the testes or a problem in the pituitary gland of the brain? Then, will it be short-term or long-term? We will have a discussion, and again, we will have a plan for follow-up, that okay, since you are on testosterone, your prostate needs to be checked, your liver needs to be checked, and your hemoglobin needs to be checked. Only then will we give testosterone in a very, very supervised way. What problems will testosterone cause for whom? If you are taking it for bodybuilding, for the gym, or as booster supplements, we don't know. So we see multiple side effects, including infertility, because of testosterone. So strongly not recommended.
Okay.
Alright sir, since we have talked about testosterone in such detail, let's highlight some women's hormonal problems too, because this is a Gen Z health warning podcast. We are preparing people. And if all the audience members have listened to the entire podcast with open ears, I think they have received the tools,
right,
for the protection of their own lifestyle. I want a whole separate episode on PCOD and PCOS. It's a huge topic. It's hereditary to a large degree. There's a lot of things. But you were telling me off screen that there's another subject we should talk about, which is the rampant increase in thyroid issues.
Right? It happens more in girls. Why is that? Look, this thyroid issue is actually an imbalance of immunity. So, immune cells are like those that protect your body. Yes. Now, those immune cells protect you from viral infections, bacterial infections, everything. If there is any infection, they protect you.
So, in this, if your immunity is imbalanced, sometimes it happens that it damages your own cells.
Okay, so this is called autoimmunity. Okay, so patients come and say, I have Hashimoto's. Hashimoto's, that's the net and teller, so this is another name for thyroid autoimmunity only. Hashimoto's? Yes, a Japanese person who had described this condition first. Okay.
So, its thyroid is common, it's an immunity imbalance, there are genetic factors, there are hormonal factors too, because autoimmunity is higher in females. So that is why females have this more commonly.
Why is that though?
So again, there are genetic changes, the chromosome structure of females. So there are in males there are protective elements. In females, those protective elements are not there. So autoimmunity overall, as an autoimmune disease, whether it's rheumatoid arthritis, it's also more common in females. Whether it's a thyroid disorder, it's also an autoimmune disease, it's also more in females. Vitiligo, so another autoimmune condition, skin, usually more in, almost similar. So,
you're saying that girls' bodies are more prone to autoimmune diseases and thyroid problems can be one of the autoimmune ones. Right, thyroid problem is usually an autoimmune disease. Here it is, hypothyroidism is hypothyroid. Right, it's the same.
But I thought this was a problem of the thyroid gland. So look, the thyroid gland is on the neck.
Yes, so, and what is the thyroid gland's job primarily? To make a hormone, to make thyroid hormone. If the thyroid gland is getting damaged, then it won't make the hormone. How does it get damaged? Autoimmunity. Okay, so the body's immune system attacks the thyroid. Right, absolutely, that is called autoimmunity.
And additionally, you said that boys have some protective mechanism. So the genetic structure is slightly different. There are some genes that protect you from autoimmunity. There are some genes in females that trigger autoimmunity. So those differences are there. So it's slightly complicated, but it's partly inbuilt in the genetic mechanism of males and females that females are more prone to autoimmune diseases. After understanding male biology and female biology more deeply, my respect for girls has grown a lot over the years. Because I think their body is capable of producing another life, our body is not. Our body is a little more simple, I think, than that.
Right, it's definitely so. See, our male body follows a consistent pattern. Okay, the body. You are eating, sleeping, you're fine, testosterone is being produced, sex drive. Everything is maintained in its own place with consistency. But female bodies go through so many changes. So periods, mood swings, hormonal, but that all has biological reasons. So there are actually hormones which can trigger them. Menopause, obviously, conception is a huge event.
Lactation. So, in girls, in childhood, when periods start for the first time. So all these changes and transitions. So, it's a lot.
And they are inherently strong to deal with it. That's how God has made them, and we are grateful.
Yeah, I have created this podcast for young people. Especially those who are unknowingly slipping up regarding their own health. There is hope.
So I think hope should begin with, awareness about the need to do it. Yes.
So if you are the one who is going to benefit most.
Yes. So the first priority is you need to think about it. Don't take it casually. The first step should be lifestyle changes. Diet and lifestyle and sleep, less screen time, these things. If they watch your podcast, then how will screen time decrease? That is not possible. Hey, just listen to it. Listen to the podcast while doing yoga before sleeping. Anyway, so that, obviously, it has to be lifestyle first. So then, obviously, now medicine is getting better. So if you talk about obesity, we have medicines. If you have talked about diabetes, there are obviously the GLP-1s which have come up, but again, there are other new medications also like SGLT2 inhibitors which have come up, which have done remarkably well in